What are we doing?
I'm sorry.
Listen, man, I have no idea at this point.
I just work here.
We're just going live, that's all.
Yeah. Some might say we're actively live. Cool.
True believers!
Hot.
That tasted like my dinner.
Oh.
That was not the D I thought you were going to be saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the D, but
I
that's all I
wish.
did.
It's been a minute, you know? True believers, welcome once again. I had pork for dinner. I am Chuck, and this is the Professional Casual Network presents.
You're telling me a pork fried this rice?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Can we start introducing ourselves like, I'm Chuck, had pork for dinner. I'd be like, I'm Danny, chili cheese fries.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get dinner. There wasn't any food when I got home.
That's
I
fair.
needed to be here and I was running late, so
Yeah.
I'm just drinking instead.
I was going to say, you can eat our food.
Eating your calories,
Man.
drinking your calories is always a smarter way to lose weight.
What is the jelly bean situation though?
I put beans in the chili. They're not jelly beans.
Okay.
You're going to love this specifically.
Okay.
At my job, Trolley has come out with the sour eggs again.
Really?
I'm not talking to you. I just wanted you to know because they're the best.
They
And
are!
and I can order them by the case.
Really?
Oh, Chuck, you can order
At
those by
cost.
the case at cost.
I'm not
me
talking
more.
to you.
They're literally the best trolley thing ever, and they're very hard to find.
They are, and I have specific access to them. However, people like to scream at me about doing nice things for them, so I will purposely buy them to throw them away.
You got to take a video.
I will eat
Yeah.
them from the garbage.
I
do not
That's
care
not
if you
I
open
am
the
not
bag first.
talking to you.
That can be your piss video retribution.
Ooh.
Right? Throw them in the garbage and then piss on them. Eat those sour
And
eggs,
we're
baby.
blocked. Hey, true
Hey.
believers, welcome to another episode of Wait, Did I Roll a Wild?
Weird when you have to remind Danny that this is not Elite Eight show.
Yeah.
Ah, shucks.
Well, the graphic is correct this week, so that's a plus. I, of course, am Chuck. I'm joined by Tim and Danny this week, momentarily until she morphs back into her husband. We are the Professional Casual Network presents Wait, Did I Roll a Wild? A Marvel Crisis Protocol vlog. This show is already off the rails. Guys!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how you doing? How'd it go? What are we talking about this week?
So Danny and I had a game, and it went well. We streamed it on twitch.tv/Professional Casual Network. This past Monday at 7, we played Terrigen Mists.
Real quick,
Yep.
Sweet Biscuits, absolutely correct. White fudge covered mini pretzels are the best. Continue.
Oh,
Sign me up,
like
bro.
Flips?
Don't you ever say that name in this place ever again, all right? You get the off-brand because flips are trash. Continue.
So we played Terrigen Mists as well
Not a
as...
sponsor.
Wakandan herbs.
Yes, Wakandan Herbs.
Yeah.
And I played...
That's a mess.
It
Yeah, it was all
nice.
clumped
Yeah.
together. It was
Yeah.
it was pretty neat, actually. I really like those two together. They're kind of fun. But I don't remember what affiliation I played. Tell us about your team.
I played Inhumans.
Yes.
Yes. You played X-Force.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had taco cable.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
My person that takes pictures for me of my team, I had them retake it because cable wasn't in the front.
Makes
And I was
sense.
like, you can't see the tacos well enough. You need to do it again.
Tracks.
Make sure those tacos are in frame.
Makes
and
sense.
they were. Thank
Gotta
you.
have that taco in frame, you know?
Right? Especially when he has so many.
Right.
But
They're all over the place.
All over.
All over the place.
Yeah.
So who won? How'd it go?
Tim tabled me.
Okay.
Round 5.
Okay.
yeah, I did.
So just real quick, Scotty, clearly, cable's not broken. Go ahead.
I don't even know that Cable did
Cable
that
did
much work.
Cable
though.
did jack shit.
Yeah. Also, Tim rolled like literally nothing.
I wanted a wild so bad.
Uh-huh.
Cable shot twice every round. Incinerate went on 0 people.
Yep.
And he rolled an average of 2.5 skulls per shot.
Yeah.
I don't like it when you guys make Scotty's point like ever. Can you not do that?
I mean, some might say Scotty does know.
Scotty does know.
Yeah, probably. Look, I miss playing this game.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, how So it was an absolute bloodbath. How was Inhumans though? Did you enjoy it?
I had a lot of fun with Inhumans.
Supporting the
I think.
patriarchy?
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did Inhumans, and I also took Nebula and Black Cat. I tried her again. I think honestly, my biggest downfall is still not knowing the characters well enough.
Fair.
And Dan was like,
That was
really
a
taking
that was a
many
ton of new
influence.
people for you.
tons. Like I played Crystal once. I really liked her. And that was it for people who I've taken from Inhumans before.
Fair.
Medusa? You haven't played Medusa
I've
prior?
never played Medusa before.
I didn't
No.
go her.
I liked her a lot.
I love Medusa.
Yeah, and I mean, I liked them as a squad. I just think that X-Force was so much tankier that, like, you were,
Yeah.
like, dishing out hits, and, like, I couldn't do a lot to you. And I had this whole, like, plan in my head. I was like, there's no way he's going to target Black Bolt, because he's not going to want him to flip to be able to do the Whisper thing. So I'm going to have him go up and get my herb, and then he'll take it over to the vessel, and I'll keep Lockjaw near him to be, like, teleport support. And Tim was like, nope.
Accurate.
I'm just going to take out Black Bolt. And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, then I'm going to do the Whisper. And he's like, okay. And then it didn't do a whole lot.
Fair.
So,
Pretty sneaky sis against beam attacks is pretty stellar.
yeah.
And honestly, if it wasn't for that specific tactics card, I would have gotten nuked a little bit.
Yep.
For certain.
Yep. But I took a tactics card. Don't remember what it's called. The Tillin one, I think it was.
Yes.
Where for all, you can play the card. It doesn't cost anything to play. And then all the Inhumans, the affiliated Inhumans get 1 power for each injured Inhuman. So my entire team was flipped. So they all got like 4 power. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I like that card
Yeah.
a lot. I always forget about it. It's not
Yeah.
it's not usually in my
Yeah.
deck when I'm building stuff, or it's there and I'm just like, well, no, because I got Lockjaw, so I got to bring last minute save, which I never use. I really don't even know why, because I never have the power on him.
Well, and I felt bad because Danny had an opportunity to use it, but unfortunately the attack I used that would have dazed Black Bolt was Berserker Barrage, which gets a throw at the end. So if he
Right.
came back up with 1 health left, I was just going to throw him into Lockjaw and kill him and
Right.
do damage to Lockjaw.
Yep.
Right.
Which was an unfortunate setup for that particular attack.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it Attilian or Attilan?
I think it's a Tillin.
Tillin?
It's not I-A-N.
Gotcha.
It's A-N.
I like that card a lot, especially if you're going to go aggressive with Inhumans. Like, if you're going to attempt to try to get Black Bolt flipped or assume that he even may be at some point, yeah, I mean, send her out.
Yep.
And you brought a bunch of, like, lower threat characters, too.
Yeah.
Which, you know, chances of them getting flipped are normally pretty good, so you really might as well double down on it.
Yeah.
Especially with Crystal and Lockjaw.
Yep. I think the biggest thing with those two crises together, like the Wakanda herbs, how are you ever going to get it to
Yeah.
the vessel? Neither of us got it to the other vessel. We only scored the points that we had from the Miss one. So I just think that I didn't have a team that could last that long, because even by the time Tim tabled me, you ended up scoring like 12 points?
Yeah, I think
something
so.
like it was
Yeah, because we
not-
were only scoring for that.
Yeah. So,
I've been told, and by that I mean this is just a thought I have right now, that the only way that Wakanda herbs actually works is if you build a squad specifically designed to do Wakanda herbs.
Yeah.
right.
Like long movers, super fast, fast, who can get additional movement, stuff of that nature, is probably the best way to do it, and just
Yeah.
focus on that. Go get it. But you only score 6 points if you can get it back, something like that.
4 points.
4.
That's it.
Yeah.
But you get that every round because it doesn't disappear or anything. So it's
Yep.
kind of like you sit on that and you
Right.
work it, you know.
Right.
But I had
Flip it and reverse it. If you will.
correct.
Yeah.
Yep. So I had Cable, Domino, Wolverine, Sabretooth, and someone else. Little digit. I can't remember.
You had Hydra Bob. You had a tour in there.
Yeah, it wasn't
No,
Hydra Bob.
What did you have? Omega Red?
Omega Red.
Yeah.
Yes, because I hadn't used him before. MC1 Gamer immediately banned Omega Red's immunity to poison after I moved him to a flank to be taking the Terrigen Mist, which poisons everyone at the end of the round. And I was like, oh no, she's running Inhumans on the Inhumans thing. She's not going to have to deal with poison at all.
Yeah.
And then half of my team that had the ability to have immunity to poison got nuked off of. So I was like, nuts. But Omega Red was a little lackluster. He didn't really do all that much.
Probably not the... I mean, it is when he's immune to poison. It's a great, probably a lot better for him.
Yeah.
I was really scared of him, though.
Yeah.
Really, really scared of him.
Well, I thought, I guess I still am under the impression that Omega Red has a throw and he does not. Like
Has a push, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he has a push towards him, like a pull. But yeah. You know, I do really like that those two were clustered together. It was kind of cool to see two crises that weren't Gamma Shelters where stuff were stacked up in the middle. It was stacked up on two sides, and the middle was, like, completely dead.
Yeah.
So it was like you kind of stack stuff towards one flank or the other and just full sent it. So it was two kind of really neat fights constantly going.
Sweet Biscuits in the chat says you could have stopped that sentence at points. I don't think anyone has ever... scored herbs ever, not with that kind of attitude.
Oh, fair.
You know, like get there, bud.
Yeah, because Dan said, I don't know if anyone's ever scored the herb points on the stream.
Yeah,
I think we have. I think
sure
we played Wakandan herbs a lot pretty early, and I'm pretty certain I scored it with Black Panther.
Yeah, probably.
But I was probably cheating because I thought you could move twice with it or something.
Yeah, probably.
Right, that's the kicker, is that you only get one move action with that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why it helps to have somebody with like a teleport. Actually,
So Lockjaw was really good.
Lockjaw's really good there, and Medusa, she can do the, get them shorter moved, and then Lockjaw teleport them the rest of the way. It's possible. You can do it, and I think actually Inhumans is probably the way. That combo is actually pretty solid for Inhumans.
Yeah.
So just make Crystal your runner, because she does have the long moves, so she can use the one long move. You have Lockjaw teleporter the rest of the way, Medusa to wrap it up if you need it.
Yeah, I think Black Bolt was a great choice for it because you kind of don't want to target him. True. Granted, my thought was that Cable was going to be able to apply Incinerate ever,
right?
Let alone there. But yeah, I think there's a lot to work with in Humans, very specifically there. I'm curious if you would even run it with Medusa, just so that she was always in range to kind of teleport herself around, have Lockjaw bodyguard her, and
also surprisingly durable for what she can do. Actually, I didn't even think about that. Black Bolt actually is a pretty solid choice there, too, because he has Mighty Punch, or whatever it is, so he can move himself if he needs to.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
And I think we actually did pretty okay with it as far as not re-rolling against Medusa, but I regularly forget that she has that, too. She's an absolute brick shit house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's arguably the second best 4 in the game, according to Dan. So.
After Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
He's a 5.
Were you thinking I was saying Loki?
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah,
Gotta add those gems, baby.
There was a couple times where, as the person that swings the hardest on the network, there was a shot, I believe, on Cable where I so desperately wanted a single wild and instead rolled 8 crits.
Yep.
That
it
tracks.
was insane. And such a good roll. He was still pissed about it because he didn't get the wild. And he was, I
just want to incinerate. I don't care if he's dead. I just want to incinerate him.
Hits. Oh, it was crazy.
That tracks. Hobby stuff. What'd you guys do? Anything?
So, this week.
Yeah, what'd you get?
It was actually last week, but I forgot to talk about it last week.
Sure.
I moved all of my tokens into a new organizer.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Good for you, bud.
Here's what I didn't do well, though.
Right.
Is I put all of the damage and power tokens on the same side as all of the affiliation tokens and not the status effect tokens.
Right.
So when I need status effects, I got to close it up and then flip it over and then undo it. I'm going to spill it everywhere, probably very soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would change that before you do that. But
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But,
Also, I have a metric crap ton of dazed tokens and stun.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them.
That makes sense. That tracks.
Weird.
What did I do? I got Carnage done. So when I come back, I finally can play some Carnage. I also went to go see Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
How was the new movie?
Look, I liked it, but I also went in with very low expectations, and they were slightly above what I was expecting.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, end credit scene is Chef Kiss.
heard.
Nice.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Someone put it on TikTok, unfortunately, so I had to.
Oh, that's a shame.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't
TikTok.
ruin the rest of the movie, but it
Yeah.
was a
Right.
nice. That's whatever you go to see that part.
Yep.
Maybe I'll see if Dan wants to do that on Monday.
Dan had asked me if I wanted to go see it Sunday, and I said yes, and then he ghosted me.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Sounds like Dan.
What a dick.
Yeah.
Sounds like
I actually thought Woody Harrelson did a great job.
Really?
Yep.
I love Woody Harrelson.
You didn't think he was too thick for the role?
He
Unthickened
does
him?
not look in the movie. He does not look thick.
Okay.
He looks pretty emaciated.
Great. Yeah. Emaciated.
Thank you.
Granted, the last few things
Masticated
Yes.
when you toss them in sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. You masticate strawberries by tossing them in sugar.
I thought masticating was chewing.
Yeah. Macerate.
Macerate.
You
Yep.
macerate berries.
Yeah.
Oh.
We might have gotten taken off by now. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, no, he was tossed in sugar for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he looked great. I don't like
Delicious.
Venom. I don't like their design. He's very. I don't know.
I will say, whenever I see a trailer
Unfinished.
or something for it, whenever I hear Venom talk, it sounds like a 12-year-old trying to have a deep voice on Xbox Live, and I
But it
hate
works.
it.
But it
Does
works.
It?
It works in this. I liked it.
Okay.
I wanted the only thing I would have wanted more is that kind of like love-hate buddy cop relationship between Brock and Venom a little bit more. Like that is the core of that
Right. Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good though. I liked it.
Like the most literal version of an internal struggle.
Yeah.
Like the internal conflict. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd go matinee for sure.
Would you call that a man versus self style story?
No, because they operate as two different people.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very much. It's just the conflict of characters
Gotcha.
and stuff. It's good. I liked it. And I got Viper's done. I'll never run her, but Viper's done too.
Yeah, I don't know why you would.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything.
No. Viper would actually be a great person for Wakandan herbs because she has a long movement and a self-teleport. And stealth.
There you go.
Sweet.
There we go. We just fixed Viper.
We
Everybody.
just fixed her.
Yep.
That's it.
So good. She wasn't even in the first 50.
Right. It's a shame that there isn't any worse threes out there to justify her not being
Yeah.
taken.
Honestly, she'd be a pretty solid 2.
That would fix her. Legitimately, that would fix her. Just make her a 2.
Yep.
Because she doesn't hit like a 3. She doesn't have defenses like a 3. She doesn't really have anything like a 3. She should be an overly efficient 2.
Yeah.
She should be hitting like a Koye at 2.
I wouldn't make her that good.
No, I'm just saying if you shifted her,
Fair.
Koye needs some competition. It's lonely up there on the mountain. All right, is that everything? I think that's everything.
Dan and I finished watching What If. That's mine.
Oh,
hobby
same.
stuff. So it was good.
I waited until
I'll do one better for you. Why if Gamora?
How if Gamora?
I haven't watched that one yet. Is there a new one? I thought the Ultron one was the last one.
No, there's
Nope.
a finale.
There's a finale.
But I was super bummed that there's this like cool badass Gamora. There was no episode.
It got
about her.
cut.
Okay.
Because of COVID. They cut. It was supposed to be a comedy episode where her and Iron Man go to Sakaar and they have their own thing.
Okay.
And it didn't happen.
We can't have comedy during COVID because
Right.
we're in a pandemic. People get upset.
Correct.
Right. I had other comments, but I decided that we're not going to go there. No, I didn't care for the Thor one if he was an only
I
child.
loved that.
So
Yeah.
I liked it, but I'm glad it set up number 8 because otherwise
Yeah.
I kind of sat there. I'm like, what is this? Like,
Yep.
what is happening?
Yep.
And I did forget this, but thankfully those sweet biscuits are in chat. The Gamora episode got pushed to season 2.
Right.
So it will happen. It just
Sweet.
It was
We
they
just
did
have
it
to wait
to
for
budgetary cuts.
Oh, thank God Dan's there.
At like halfway through the series, like everything kind of like left. Like the zombie episode, I was like, seriously, that's it? That's the end? And I was like, they have to like tie this all together or wrap it up
Yeah.
some way. They can't just leave it like that. So I was glad that that's what they did for the finale.
Okay,
But
that's cool.
Vanilla.
vanilla.
All right, you want to talk about tonight's topic?
Yes.
How we can fix
Gambit and Colossus.
Yeah.
Because we have their cards. Oh, real quick, shout out to Canada. You guys got all the convocation stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
good on
Way
you,
to go,
Canada.
Canada.
You did it again.
Yeah.
We knew you would.
You guys figured out that shipping problem.
Yep.
Shout out to the ocean. Yeah.
I guess it's like actually, like obviously. Obviously,
Big ups
it's
to
like
the ocean.
My bad.
always having our back, the ocean.
Sorry, ocean.
I knew that like shipping stuff was messed up for the game, but like, I don't really.
Well, and to make matters even worse, one of those cargo ships is the reason why there's a huge oil spill in the ocean right
God,
currently.
super.
One of the Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Yes,
cargo
specifically.
ships?
Yeah, that Dormammu tipped over, hooked that line, and just ripped that thing wide open.
I thought it was going to be a bunch of Shuri Tiger Gauntlets or a Codier Spears
No,
that did it.
no, one Dormammu.
Oh my god. But like at work, like we have a bunch of supply orders through Amazon, and Amazon emailed the school and was just like, "Hey, we're canceling these because we can't fulfill them.
Yep.
Because we don't have inventory." I was like, "Oh,
Oh.
shoot!" So we're gonna start Christmas shopping soon.
So,
Well,
oh,
we can
yeah.
get stuff.
And I would recommend heading over to Bearded Dragon Games, beardeddragongames.online. They've got stock. Use promo code PCME10 to get yourself 10% off your order. Or if you get a huge order, and you hit the higher up shipping, professional casual all in one word for free domestic shipping. I don't know if that code still works. Just use PCME10 just in case.
Yeah.
Use both. See what happens.
If you order more than $200 worth of stuff, I'll send you a pic of my feet.
And if you order
Dallas?
more than $300 worth of stuff, I'll send you a swatch from the carpet where Tim and I had our bloodbath
Ooh.
with blood on it.
That could be theirs. We don't know. I'll send you a sticker.
Ooh. That you can use as a coaster.
Yep. It's great. Thanks for that, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
Money well spent. Let's talk about our topic for tonight, shall we? Mm-hmm. We're going to pick. So this is titled Something That You Changed. What is it?
The
Nine. I don't know why you chose 9.
tactics
But
9 tactics cards you've been sleeping on.
Yeah.
I didn't even count your list to see if there was 9 there.
there is. I chose 9.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, damn, must have hurt us.
I messaged him.
Oh, I really wish I had a hat. Everyone's got cool hats, and I don't have any merchandise. That's cool.
Huh.
It's
Make a
fine.
logo that's easily put on hats.
Oh,
Oh, the backup hat.
the backup hat. I was worried. Shout out, real quick, DangerBot. Congrats on the kid, buddy. I know you're not watching, but congrats on the kid. All right, let's talk about some cards. Tim, what's the first one?
The first one is called Reversal.
Oh, these
Reversal.
headphones are warm. That's weird. I don't like it.
Oh, she was farting a whole bunch.
And the headphones?
Yeah.
That were out, she's farting out of her ears?
Yeah. Dude, I don't know how women's
Quite
bodies
the
work.
talent. There's 2?
No, that tracks. Welcome to the Dude Show. We got hats and farts. Listen, we're talking about
love
reversal.
Yeah, we
I
sure
love
are.
that card.
Yeah, we are. Tim, would you like me to read it? Cool. After that's fair.
Nope. So
I
what
would-
happens with reversal is it's a reactive that's unaffiliated. After an attack that targets an allied character is resolved, another allied character within range 3 of the attacking character may spend 2 power to play this card. They roll 4 dice and deal 1 damage for each crit and wild rolled. So the super cool thing about this is I think, especially here at the network and on the stream, we played this card incorrectly several times.
Correct.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because I thought it was, you get attacked and you can attack back. It gives you a counter. That's not the case.
No.
You can counter that dude over there if they attack your friend.
Right. As long as you are within range 3.
Yep.
Yep. This is really so. I think this card gets. Okay, I can't take the hat. Sorry. It's weirded me out. I think this is a great card for when. Like I love doing damage not on my activation.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
granted, it's only like it's and there's a little bit of cap. It's only 1 energy. That's all it costs. Or 2. I'm sorry, 2 energy. But the only. Now the question is, who has to pay it?
The character using the card.
The character using the card.
Yep.
Who's that though? Is that the person being attacked or the attack?
Nope.
or
It is
back?
it is an ally of the person being attacked.
Okay, so but still, it's only 2. it's within range 3, especially if you're running X-Men Blue, especially if
It's
you're
actually pretty good, decent.
yeah,
decent
range 3
Not
is
bad.
like really really good. You roll 4 dice, and then it's only crits and wilds, so it's
Yeah.
not as good as is it
only crits and
X-Men?
wilds?
Yeah, it's only crits and wilds.
Ugh,
It's pretty standard for a counter.
Yeah, it's
those are often
not
crits,
as
hits,
well. It's not
and-
as good as Cyclops's. Is it quick draw that he has or something like that, where he gets to
forget
do
what
it
it's
back
called.
because he gets to count hits, crits, and wilds.
That's not Cyclops. Cyclops' quick shot or whatever is like
shot.
martial prowess for ranged. He gets to roll 5 defense dice.
And then if he doesn't take any damage, the attacker takes 2 damage.
Yes. Yep. There are a couple different versions of like the booby trap style thing. I believe Rockets and Green Goblins both have different dice.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Listen,
Yeah,
I don't know.
feel like
man.
those
Or
cards
Mysterio.
never work for me. I love the idea of reversal, but I never
Yeah.
get it to work. Like the Spider Foes one, Well Laid Plans, I think it is.
Yes.
The Green Goblin and Doc Ock one. Like the one time I used it, it totally flubbed and did like 1 damage after I hit like 3 characters with it. Like
Honestly,
it never worked for
that's
me.
the one I don't care how much damage it does because for me, well laid plans is all about removing the objective.
Right, but you have to do damage to remove the
Yes,
objective.
correct, yep.
And out of the 3 characters I used it on, only 1 it worked. And it was like, well, that wasn't
That's
worth
perfect,
6 power.
It's perfectly average.
Well, and that's the thing.
actually.
It's-
It only happens on crits and wilds. It's 2 out of 8
right.
across 3 people.
It's 6 energy that 2 people have to pay versus. I mean, it's across everybody potentially, right? So like that's a lot, but that's a lot of investment
Yeah.
between the two.
It is.
I like the idea
6
that this
power.
is just 2 energy and you get to do it back, not on your turn. And I mean, I know you take it a lot. You take it a good amount, and I like it because it's like it's not one character specific, right?
Correct.
It's just not like a specific thing that Black Widow gets to do, or
Right,
something to that
right,
effect.
right,
that
right,
anybody could virtually do this. I really like it. Where does it rank on the?
1%. A single person in season 6 of the Xavier Protocols tournament league took it.
Smart man.
A single
surprising.
person.
But it's that low.
They are super smart.
It's not one of the heavy hitters. You know what I mean? So the way that the numbers work for tactics cards are pretty like
Super
most
few.
everything's under 5%, and then there's a whole ton of things. Not a whole ton of things, but like they have their Okoye for sure.
What
Well,
was
and
that?
it should actually be pointed out that this is
Oh.
with rosters.
Oh, shocker. It's Bitter Rivals.
Right.
Number 1.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's a good card. Mm-hmm. It's not my fault you don't know how to use it.
I have never used it.
One time, and you apparently didn't do it right, as we were told by you.
No, I didn't think
I was in
think
the Discord. I listened.
I think I took it one game, but never actually got a chance to use it
Yeah,
because it was too spread out. But like the fact that was 63%, and the next card was 56%.
Yeah.
Just like a Koye, it's too good. It needs to be toned down or something.
Well, and
Just
I
restricted. Add it to the restricted list.
yeah,
I feel it's
because I
fine.
know you
guess
you
so.
had gone on a crusade to get it banned. We saw.
I'd
your,
be okay with that.
We saw your petitions.
They should not be banning cards.
No,
Like
I think it
this
just
is not the game to have a banned list.
no, it
I
doesn't.
don't see a problem with that personally.
With banning?
Yeah.
I mean, you're buying potentially a $30 to $60 box, maybe for a card that you could use significantly more often than the models. Banning that,
I mean, it's
not,
only-
it's not a TCG. You know what I mean?
I
You're
mean,
not
in a
buying
year and a
booster,
half,
you
they've
can't buy
banned-
the cards singly.
Right.
Like you shouldn't be banning cards.
I think with the ban list, it needs to be very selective. Like in a year and a half, 2 years of the game, we've banned 2 cards out
Yeah.
of over 100. Like
Both
I'm
of which
okay
should be
with that.
restricted instead of banned.
I think they should be restricted. I think it makes more sense to have more cards on a restricted list, and then
Exactly.
lowering the number that you're allowed to take. Is it 2? You're allowed to
You can have
bring
2 from
any
the
2.
list, yeah.
Right, but if you combine it all together, saying like, look, Crisis, Tactics, what else is on the ban list? I guess that's it. Just Crisis and
Crisis
Tactics.
and Tactics.
But collectively together, I can only have 2 from this huge list.
Yeah.
That shifts a lot of stuff better than having a list that just flat out says you cannot take these 2 cards in an organized play.
Fair. I can understand that. And that the whole thing is it's only in organized play events. Like people still take drop off all the time outside of organized play because there's not really much of that anyway. Like we could use banned cards on the stream.
No.
We've just chosen to go with that
Fair.
guideline.
Fair.
Just like we could both field the same character sometimes, but
No, it's stupid. It's bad for a stream.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because then you got to be like, well, my Black Widow. Oh, well, which one's mine? Oh, they're both black. Oh, great. And they look the same. Yeah, that doesn't make for a good
Paint
video.
the rims a different color, you nerd.
Listen, you're the one who paints. You can do it.
Listen, I just do what you tell me to do after you've already sent me the reference photos and then tell me I painted it wrong. So,
Have you tried painting it right? Like, just...
yeah, I have. I painted it absolutely correctly to what you sent me. And then
Oh, that's your first mistake.
yeah, I've learned, trust
Is
me.
understanding that I don't know what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
asking for.
very aware. It's like I'm married to you. All right, what's the next card?
So the next card is one that a lot of people might call Sacrifice.
I like, so this was the card when I was going off in our Discord over at patreon.com/professionalcasual. For as little as $1, you can gain access to our Discord where it's hot.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
Yeah.
hot Discord. This was the card I was talking about that is literally a bodyguard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody was like, no, that card doesn't exist. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it exists. Tim, why don't you read it? Because I'm dyslexic.
Sure. So Sacrifice is a unaffiliated reactive. If an allied character is within 2 of another allied character and is targeted by an enemy attack, those allied characters may spend 1 each to play this card. The non-targeted allied character immediately becomes the new target of the attack, regardless of the range and the line of sight. It cannot add additional defense dice to its defense roll and cannot modify its dice during the attack.
I completely forgot this card existed.
I think a
Said
lot of people.
Sacrifice, and I was like, what is that?
I think a lot of people kind of forget that this card exists. But for you get a bodyguard at range 2 for 1 power.
For 1, but you can't modify or add damage dice.
I mean, fine, but if you have a tanky mofo in there anyway who doesn't have really anything based around it, or
Yeah.
more importantly, and I think a lot of people don't think about this, let's say you have somebody who has a good amount of health on them, but they're short on power.
Yeah.
This is a card to play to juice them up for their activation next turn.
Or even
So-
just the example in the picture of Black Panther taking a hit for Venom. You don't want Venom getting hit with that energy attack. Black Panther
Right.
doesn't
Right.
care nearly as much.
very much so.
I mean, this is... I thank you for bringing this one up, Chuck, because I completely forgot this card existed.
Well, and I think there's some secret tech that you could use with this one, too. Now, granted, this one is taken 14 times more. That's 1,400% more often than reversal.
Well, it's taken 26 times more,
No, it's taking 4.
because it's 14%.
Of the total.
Yeah.
I'm talking relative. It is taken 1,400% more often in
Okay.
relative to the percentage of total Tactics cards taken.
Okay.
Some might say that's 2,700% of the time.
What?
But both of those
Doing some
things,
Scott Steiner math over here.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking
both
about
of those things
now.
are accurate.
You got 33 and a third.
You got
chance.
33 and a third percent chance to beat my 75, which is 187. It's a great bit. I love that
What's
bit.
happening?
Dan, just go back and watch WCW in 1998. It's a really easy thing anyone can do.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
He's a genetic freak, all right? Puts him over math percentages. Don't worry about it.
That does sound funny.
But also the fact that you don't need line of sight, you don't need range. They just become the target from now on. This is a great card at 1 energy.
There are 3 characters right off the top of my head, all of which are probably or have confirmed reworks, who I feel like this would be incredible on. Okoye, finally give her a bodyguard. Steve Rogers, Captain America, give that bad boy a bodyguard.
A cheaper bodyguard.
She-Hulk, also could give her a bodyguard.
Does she not have a body? Does she have a bodyguard?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure. Hulk.
So, actually, legitimately, Hulk
Yeah, no,
would
that's
be,
like
would be
just
a good
real
actually
answer.
thinking about it. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
But
Anybody-
also, like, I mean, you say that kind of jokingly of like, hey, here's all these people who have bodyguards that are at
also
2.
cheaper.
Yeah, that are at 2 or is She-Hulk's 3?
I think they're all 2.
Are they
I
all
think they're
2s?
all 2.
Okay.
Like, this one's 2 power for each person, but that's still
Yeah.
better than 2
Still,
on 1,
I'm
I
fine
think.
with it.
I think it's also good to use for the one coming in to take the hit. Anybody that has an invulnerability type power
Yeah.
Yeah.
is Drax,
Yes.
Omega Red, Luke Cage,
Luke Cage could finally bodyguard.
assume Colossus.
Can you get a computer so I don't have to invite him anymore?
I didn't bring it down because I was told 3 minutes before we were starting that I was jumping in.
Oh, being told right before you start things are going to change is weird. So, thankfully, Scotty last week did drop on the Facebook post for last week's episode a whole bunch of GIFs of Marvel characters that had motorcycles.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, that was so good.
That was super solid. Miles Morales, I would not have considered as someone that would have had a spider cycle, but he did.
Can we make it an affiliation with just like motorcycle people?
Yes. We'll call it Dial M for motorcycle.
I like in the chat, Tarkin Sweet Biscuits suggested Sabretooth as the new target for this with his counterattack and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And his aggressive, like his
Bring logic
advance.
into this, Sweet Biscuit.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, so I like that a lot.
I like
actually.
Sabretooth a lot.
I adore him. And I found out on the stream this past week that a Savage Finisher doesn't have to target the initial target of the attack.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I've missed that.
Yeah, so did I until I was reading it and I killed one of Danny's characters, just wiped him off the face of the earth with the initial attack. And I was like, oh, maybe I can kill a second one. And I said, yeah, it does not say it has to target the original target of the attack.
That's so much better.
You might want to check the FAQ on that.
So that was my thought.
Yeah,
Maybe
they may have clarified that it has to. Real quick, you ran X-Force. Did you bring that thing that allows somebody to take a short move turn one?
Yes.
You used it on Sabretooth, didn't you?
Huh?
Yeah,
And
I
didn't
like
need to.
that.
I didn't need to. It was super overkill. Because I forgot once I got to Wakanda Herb, I couldn't move a second time. So it was like, oh, I can only move once.
You can only move once after that card anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just really like that card.
Yeah,
Wait.
it's super good. If
Wait,
the
if I move
character
to
used
the
that
herb?
card to move them up, I think it's range 2 or short move, they can only do one movement in the first round.
Oh. Yeah, so here's the good news, is my plan for using it on Sabretooth didn't work for 2 reasons now.
You gotta read the whole card, man.
Well, I didn't have to because I exempted myself from something else as well. So it was, you know what I mean? Lost on multiple fronts there.
Yeah, Sweet Biscuit says Bodyguard Advance Counterattack.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's really good.
Awesome. Crossbones, being able to get a free movement at his longest movement with aggressive.
Yeah. I again.
Oh,
like,
right.
Very good.
I forgot. I always forget he has that ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good when you put Lockjaw in there and just have Lockjaw slingshot
Slingshot
him
him.
up, and then Tim's just like, I don't understand what's going on. Why is round one Crossbones in my back line? I was like, look, some stuff happened, all right?
Right?
He's working through some stuff.
We need Crossbones.
And most
to
of
do
it's
something.
your team.
Yep, pretty much. He is just going to Chasey Dane himself through. Next card, Tim. We have 9 of them. We should get going here. I don't
Oh,
think it
yeah.
goes 9.
You want to speed along?
I grabbed a couple too in case we needed them, but I
Yeah.
don't think we will.
So next is not one that I mean, this is actually in my short list. So I have
for sure.
I have a handful of cards that I keep on me at all times just in case I'm going to play a game
Right in
and
your
I need
breast
some
pocket.
practice cards. And it's Disarm.
Sexy card.
So this
So good.
one, some might say, also an unaffiliated card. This one is an active one, though. When 2 allied characters are within range 3 of the same enemy character, the allied characters may spend 1 each to play this card. The enemy character rolls 2 fewer dice on all attack rolls to a minimum of 1
This round,
this round.
which is huge.
It is. I love this card. And it is taken 18% of the time as far as this season 6.
Which
So,
I am
still low.
very
Compared to
surprised it's that low. This
Yeah.
is a very good card. Now, granted, you have to have 2 allies within range 3, but if you're
It only
playing...
costs 1 each, though.
Right. So it's a total of 2 between 2 characters. If you're playing Crisis where everybody's bunched up anyway, you set this up super easy.
Yeah.
And -2 dice is just like neutering them. I know there's been games where I've done it to you, and you're like, well, I guess I'm just not attacking this round. There's no point.
Right.
Like, use it on the right person, and it's like, I have 2 dice to roll, and that's not going to do anything.
Well, and that's the thing, is it's great on a lot of different targets. You put this on Bullseye, and there's really no reason to attack, because we're going to be only rolling 2 dice.
Yeah, but then he's going to do that 1 damage.
Right. So, but it works. So I feel it works just as good on someone that only has a 4 strength builder or attack as it does on putting it on Black Bolt when he's flipped, so they don't feel as incentivized to whisper.
Now,
Right.
it's interesting that you say that because I was actually just thinking the exact opposite. I like using it on 5 threats that have a higher strike at like a 5 or a 6 because it super neuters their builder.
Yeah.
A majority of the time, those 5 threats are so power hungry that like a turn where you're just shutting their stuff down. I mean, shutting down a Thor. You know, when you get you get a condition on him, you know, or 1 or 2 conditions on him, and is it a round?
For the round, yeah.
Yeah, for a round, he is now 2 dice less on all of his attacks. That's pretty brutal.
Anyone that's reliant on a wild for something is huge for. This on Scarlet Witch, so she's getting less skulls, and she's applying less conditions on Enchantress, so she's never going to actually get that stagger off. This is a hugely versatile card. It should be on most people's rosters. The fact that it's sub 20% as far as the league stats go is actually surprising to me.
I'm surprised.
Well, and remember, this is rosters.
Correct.
There's 8 other cards that they might not like. So this might even get bumped out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or there's 7 other cards. Yeah, I like.
Soon to be 9.
Right. I think it is. I think Disarm's really, really good. I don't play it enough because I never think I'm smart enough to set it up.
Right.
Because I'm not Tim. So next card, Tim.
So I do feel that as we see the tactics card roster grow to that 10, that this will.
I think it's going to jump.
Could very double.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think it's going to get added more to a lot of rosters, and people are still going to forget to take it.
Yes. Yep. So our next one is one that you might know, I might know. It's something that a lot of people might refer to a lollipop as. It's Sucker. So an unaffiliated active, when 2 allied characters are within range 3 of the same injured enemy character, they may both spend any amount of power to play this card. The enemy character loses power equal to the amount spent.
It's really
This
insult to
is-
injury. It's so good.
This is so good.
Against Black Bolt?
Against realistically against anybody. Now, granted, it is
Yeah.
it is a little handicapped in that it only affects injured people, but this
Yeah.
is brutal on Wolverine. Shutting down Wolverine, so now he cannot Berserker Barrage a lot. Like, I don't know why I don't bring this card more.
Yeah, this is one every time I'm going through cards, building a squad for the stream, I'm like, I want this one, but like I like to take things
Gotta
that are
take bitter rivals. I
specific
get that.
to what I'm fielding, either affiliation or characters that I'm using.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll use it on Monday when I'm going unaffiliated.
What is Taylor playing? Oh, X-Men
X-Men
Blue.
Blue.
I think this is a great counter to X-Men Blue. Someone that can swap, you know what I mean, is going to make him use that awful affiliation ability that he probably won't use anyway, even less.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately. I know that sounded sarcastic, but it was also meant
He may have used it once that game. Now he probably won't use it at all.
Correct.
I like it. I don't know. You guys are a bunch of bitch boys about it. I don't know why, because I think it's fantastic. I even built lists designed to use it. Maybe if you guys actually watched some of our content, you guys would get it a little bit more. Right? Whatever.
I don't know. I think X-Men Blue is actually just fine without it. Like, I'd just rather not use the shitty affiliation ability and use all the characters that I like that are pretty deadly on their own.
That makes sense. You like to take 2 threat characters that can't do anything and
That's
have
true.
it super
X-Men
viable.
is overloaded with 2 threat characters.
I agree.
Can't wait for Jubilee.
Yeah, right? Oh, our first 1 threat? That'd be exciting.
Everybody's convinced Honey Badger's going to be a 2 threat with no data to back it up, but we'll see.
I mean, it's a kid.
I'd like to see a 2 threat in X-Men. I think
Yeah.
it would be super helpful, but
Real quick.
I mean, Magic's not even an X-Men. Like, how can we guarantee Honey Badger's going to be there?
Well, they haven't updated it yet.
Magic is only in Convocation.
so far.
So far.
Because she was on the card.
Right. Oh, fair. We don't know yet.
Why they put some characters on the card ahead of
Unconfirmed.
time, I don't get it, but whatever.
Real quick, I did go and just read that like one little panel thing of Phantom X just capping baby
Apocalypse?
baby Apocalypse.
Little schoolboy Apocalypse
Yeah.
in his uniform?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of he very quickly became one of my favorite characters. That was rough.
Yeah.
I love Sucker. I think it's great. Where's it ranked?
Sucker. Gonna turn this sack to a suck so I can find it. 0.
0.
That's crazy.
100% of the time it is taking
No. I think it's good. I don't know.
So when you compare it to other things that have that effect, mostly Merc with a Mouth, it has better throughput than there because it's 1 for 1 at least instead of 3 for 2.
Yeah, I like it. I really like the idea. Like, this shuts down, especially against Avengers. This is, I think, also super, super good because Avengers kind of does operate a lot of the time at fairly low energy characters that then get to do stuff for even cheaper. I think it's really good. Honestly, I mean, nobody ever takes them, but this like also shuts down Ant-Man and Wasp pretty hard when they want to do their transformations and can't.
Yep.
So I like it. I think it's really good.
There's a ton of uses for it. It gets rid of counters. If you have someone near a Okoye or a Steve Rogers Captain America, someone with bodyguard, I mean, this can remove the ability for them to do that. If you're scared of someone all-forgotting or all-you-gotting or whatever,
right.
Also could remove that. Ghost Rider, Ultron, if you're worried about them coming back, just go up there and sucker them.
You play this after you put a bunch of energy on them. Because then you also gain a bunch of energy. You have 2 characters. You play it. I think it's genius. I think it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it is a hard... like you just said, I think this is very legitimately a all you've got counter that people are just not realizing.
Yep.
And with all you... And you know what? That's the thing. People constantly complain about all you got. Oh, all you got, so needs to be put on the restricted list. It needs to be this and needs to be that. No.
Yeah, I think all you got's on the restricted list.
Pull it up. Pull it up, you bitch boy. This is this is the thing. Here is a counter for it. You know what I mean? Like, here's a counter, and nobody's taking it. Okay, good. It's on the restricted list. Why are y'all bitching and moaning then? Look, here's your counter. We just fixed your stupid game.
Yeah, Sucker's going to be on the restricted list pretty soon once people figure that bad boy out.
Well, no, but it's all if everybody started bringing Sucker every time they saw All You Got, it would make me stop playing All You Got.
But don't people typically use All You Got when they're healthy so they don't KO the character? I feel like that's how I usually see it played.
Why?
I don't know. 100% of the time I've used it and spent on healthy Thanos' round 1. So
Yeah, right.
I guess I'm maybe not a good gauge there.
Oh, it just seems dumb to you.
What?
Why would you do that?
That's all I've ever seen it used is when they're healthy.
All right, you meta-competitive player.
Here's the thing. What you need to be using it on is Ultron or Ghost Rider.
And then bring them back with
And then bring them
card.
back, yeah. Long Dong Wong's gone because all you've got it on Ghost Rider and then Devil's Deliverance right, out of his skull.
That seems totally worth it.
Yeah. Right? I agree, but not, you remove that from the table when Sucker's on the board.
All right.
So you want the next card? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't care. I don't even like this show anymore.
Because it's one of the dumbest cards in the game that I think actually you're a big fan of. It's Follow Me.
I love Follow
I
Me.
like this one. I've used it a couple times.
I mean,
I don't know if I used it well, but I've used it.
Okay. Let's have a conversation. Why do you think it's the dumbest card in the game?
It's 6. If it costs 4, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
It is really expensive.
Yeah, it's a good card. You get read it. Fucking read it.
Okay, so it is an unaffiliated reactive.
Uh-huh.
The active character may spend 6 to play this card at the end of its activation. Choose another allied character within range 3 of the active character. The chosen character immediately activates.
Right.
Crossbones does this for free. Why does it need a Tactus card?
Because you have to also have Sin.
Fair tax? I'd rather have Sin on my team than spend 6 powers on this.
No,
Why?
definitely not.
I couldn't even say that with a straight face.
I have no idea.
I absolutely disagree with that.
Like, what are you talking about? This card literally, like...
It's 2 bitter rivals. I'd rather play bitter rivals twice.
You can't play Bitter Rivals twice.
Well, that's why this card exists, because I can't play bitter rivals
Do you not
twice.
remember me literally kicking you directly in the dick with this card during our game that I inevitably lost? Like...
Because you didn't have any power on this character for whatever reason?
No, it wasn't even that.
Suckered.
No, I love the idea of this card. I do think 6 is too much.
I don't.
I think 4 or 5.
You potentially, if you play it correctly, and Dan, I understand that you're having struggle with that sometimes.
Fair.
If you play it correctly, you can also steal priority, which is a huge thing. If you play this on your
Yeah.
last activation of your turn, and you then can steal priority in the process,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's super good. Yes, it is extremely situational in some aspects. Yeah, it is a bit overpriced, but immediately being able to like have Valkyrie go juice her up with a bunch of energy, like plan for it, juice her up with a bunch of energy, and then have Thor activate is absolutely brutal. Having Angela then activate, absolutely brutal.
Right. If you need to do damage that round or need to get in position, like you said, right before the round ends, I think it's a super good card. Having that 6 power can be difficult, but I've always seen that as more of an end game card.
And that's
anyway.
why you bring Wong. Nobody listens to me anymore, you know?
That's true. Wong could spend 2 to give you 1 power.
Well, if we could ever get Midnight
No,
Suns in America,
just
we'd have
have
more
him-
reason to take Wong.
Just
Oh,
have
that's
him meditate, and then finally cash that bitch in. Send it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
You could spend 2 of your threat on your roster to have Wong meditate 6 times.
And heal. He doesn't have
Wong's
to do
always
3.
done work for me.
He gets an energy and he meditates. Gets an energy and meditates. You put him on your back line. You're scoring points or keeping points.
Both of those things take an action, though.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
So who cares? He's standing
Meditate
there anyway.
and heal both
You're not
together.
going to attack with Wong. He's terrible at that.
No, he gets an action, or he gets a power.
Yeah.
He meditates.
Uh-huh.
He gets a power because he's activating. He meditates.
I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Wong is the MVP of every game. I'm not even reading the chat anymore, so I don't know what Mitch is going on about. Just show us the next card.
The next card.
This is why
I'm
this
unprepared
is
for this.
Very specifically, why I don't give suggestions for show topics anymore, because Tim just proceeds to take it. Makes me feel bad because I'm actually making content for this show for once, instead of me just going, I don't care, I just work here, and then proceeds to then shit on the entire episode the entire time.
It would have been
I
a
don't know, I
lot
think
funnier
this
if Dan had suggested it. But the next one is 1-2 Punch. I actually like this one quite a bit. This is a reactive, unaffiliated card. When the active character targets an enemy with an attack and the target character is within range 2 of another allied character, those allied characters may spend 1 each to play this card. Add 2 dice to the attack roll.
Cable loves this to get incinerate off. You know?
Listen, if I've ever, I've never had Cable get an incinerate off, so
That's
more
what I'm saying.
dice?
2
no
more
idea.
dice.
Yeah, so 2 more dice is probably, I should probably actually start running 1-2 Punch and Thanos so I can Death's Decree Cable to getting an incinerate off on a dead character.
There you go. No, I like this one, again, because it's only 1 power for each character. For two power for 2 more dice. It's only on 1 attack, but that can, I think that's worth it.
Yeah.
I'm, not on any attack, but at
So-
the right time.
So here's the thing. The metric that all things are measured, which is Crossbones, his overpower is 4 power for 2 extra dice. Mm-hmm. This is that at half the price.
And spread out on 2 different characters. So
Yeah.
better chance of having the power for it.
Correct. So I mean, this is. I mean, that's why you can only use it once. That's why it's a tactics card, is because it would make Crossbones obsolete, which
No,
they simply can't do.
that would be so bad for the game.
Correct. Yep.
Next card.
What percentage is this one at?
Oh, great question. So 1-2 Punch.
Gotta find the right tab there.
Oh, there's a hyphen. Ugh. 1-2 Punch is taken 1% of the time, but twice as often as that other one that we talked about that was taken 1% of the time. This one has
Rounds
been
up,
taken
apparently.
2 times in the Xavier Protocols Season 6 League.
Just as often as Gene!
It is just as often as Gene and Magnetic Crush, which I want to use, but is so expensive, so pricey, and so difficult to set up. Especially because whenever I play Brotherhood on the channel, Anthony makes sure there are 2 total pieces of terrain on the board.
You could easily change that before the game starts.
Listen, I know that you're never there to set up, but like it's a very wild dynamic there when I first arrive.
It's
but,
happened a couple times.
But the next card is Trip Up.
So
this
good.
was probably in every roster I took for the first 6 months of us doing, the power phase. I love this card. It is so good. It is
so obnoxious.
Unaffiliated reactive. When an allied character targets an enemy with an attack during an activation, and the target character is within range 2 of another allied character, the allied character may spend, is it 2 or 3?
1 power.
One.
each.
Oh, 1 each to play this card. If the target character is dealt damage by this attack after the attack is resolved, it suffers the stun and stagger. I don't even care that stun is there. I
Right,
would love this
stagger.
card just as much if it was just stagger.
Yeah.
I like that they're both there for Asgard, so Asgard's got to choose.
Ooh,
Fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
The more you put on there.
it's an incredibly good point, actually.
And then everybody else has to determine whether they want to shake or not.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, because they automatically are wasting their activation with stagger, or their one action with stagger.
Yeah,
I'm
so you know
surprised
if they're going to spend that power to get rid of stagger, and then they still have to deal with stun.
Yep. I'm shocked, actually, that this has taken half as much as the last 1% card that we talked
One
about.
person.
It has also taken 1% of the time, but by only one person.
I think what's limiting this card is that you has to deal damage.
That
You have
is
to
the
spend-
trade-off.
You have to use a card. You have to. It's only 1 power for 2 characters.
Yeah.
We saw that a bunch of times already. Not bad.
Yep.
But you have to do damage, and then you get stun and stagger, which are fantastic. But that there's always that chance that you flub the roll or they have a great defense roll, and you're like, well, shit,
Yeah.
that didn't work.
Well, shit.
I say that a lot during the games.
Yeah.
I got 9 dice, 2 hits, fantastic. Well,
It is.
shit.
It is so frustrating how often that happens. Like I have a pool of 11 things.
That's your thing though. Is you roll 1,000,000 dice and you get nothing, but you have your 4 strength builders and you get 6 damage out of it. Like I don't know how you do it.
Every once in a while. I mean, let's be fair, Mr. 125%. Anthony did the math, but it's
Did
yeah.
what, man?
I can't do anything but overkill. I will obliterate things into the ground that were going to die anyway.
Okay, yeah, accurate.
But the next card, Chuck, since you asked so nicely, is Blind Obsession. Another unaffiliated reactive. At the start of the activation phase, any character may spend 3 to play this card. This is actually, I think this is a great one on this list. The character that played this card gains an obsession token. Choose an enemy character. While the character that played this card has an obsession token, it adds 2 dice to the attack rolls when targeting the chosen character. When the character with the obsession token rolls defense dice, if the chosen character is attacking, add 2 dice to the defense roll. If it is not the chosen character attacking, remove 2 dice from that defense roll. The character that played this card loses the obsession token when the chosen character is KO'd.
The reason I don't take this card is that it's too fucking long. Like, I don't want to read that 18 times a game because I'm like, what does this one do again?
Yeah,
Oh, wait, I got to read it for 5 minutes.
that's what.
But it needs to, for what it does, it needs to be because it needs to be very specific.
Correct.
Tim, flag this.
I wish I could. But I'm not going to edit it. So.
So like people like Venom love this card. Killmonger loves this card.
Actually, Venom does love that card.
Yeah.
For a number of reasons. One of the big ones is that you can never, as we recently found out, you can never roll fewer than 1 dice on defense rolls. So if you are taking 2 defense dice off of Venom's energy defense, you're only rolling 1 instead of 2. Who cares? But you're getting 2 extra attack dice on that target.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, and you're gonna just be able to generate so much more power that when he does get attacked, he can so many snacks
Yeah.
and get your health back. Mm-hmm. Is it? Yeah, that's the healing one. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think that's great. Let's look at how often that's taken. Actually, pretty heavily. A lot more than I thought.
Yeah, same.
Well, that is a lot higher than I was expecting.
I was going to say 2%.
46 teams at 23% of the total rosters.
Wow.
So,
It's just at the cusp of everything that gets taken. Because, like, MedPack is sitting at that 60, and then at 60 players, then immediately drops down to 46 players. So that's kind of where your bubble
It's
is.
one of the
top 8?
the top non-restricted cards. Because all you've got, field dressing, brace for impact, med pack. I mean, bitter rivals. I feel like everyone agrees at this point probably should be restricted. But yeah,
Yeah, that's higher than I expect. That's cool. It's one of those. Yeah, I kind of want to use this card, but I feel like I would never. It would be one I wouldn't remember to use anyway.
yeah. I feel this one situationally too could be just stellar. Like, so in mine and Danny's games this past week, where we had a situation where we had kind of moved all of our heavy hitters to one side because the objectives were really spread out. On that other side, for her to have taken Blind Obsession to take Domino out when I only had one character on that side is pretty baller.
Yeah,
You're rolling 2 extra dice on the attack and plus 2 extra on the defense as well because there's no other people over there targeting you.
Yeah, that's major.
Yeah.
It's one of those you gotta wait for that right moment, and then it can be stellar.
I mean, it is for the rest of the game, too. So I guess it depends a little bit on if you have a character that's not going to get targeted at all and you have a high priority target that you need to take out on the other team, you might as well full send her.
I agree.
Are people really going to attack She-Hulk more because she has Blind Obsession on when she's hunting down Okoye?
Ugh.
Fair. I mean, super fair. You know. I like it. I don't know. That's all I got.
No, I like it too. I guess I'm happy that it's as high up on the percentages as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird because like it's super high up, but I don't feel like a lot of people talk about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, but it should also be pointed out. It's like it's ranked 8th. So like it just barely makes probably those people's rosters. Like I mean, so like realistically speaking, if you were building, like your roster based off just the meta of what people are bringing,
Yeah.
then yeah, like it makes it in there, and then nobody's taking it
So-
because they're gonna want all you got. They're gonna want med pack. They're gonna want patch up. They're gonna want field dressing. You know what I mean? Or not those specifically, because I think those are all restricted at this point. But
So I have a secret goal in the back of my mind where I want to have Bullseye roll as many dice as possible.
Oh, obviously.
Right. So I want him to be on hammers. I want Thanos on the board as well. And Lockjaw. Blind Obsession onto that as well.
God. Oh,
Yeah.
with interdimensional
honestly,
bloodhound.
to be honest,
Ooh.
ooh,
Doesn't Craven have something like that too?
Yes, he does. Yep. I think it gives rerolls against it. Maybe it does add another dice too. Yeah, I think it
I
does.
feel like it's almost the same as interdimensional bloodhound.
Yeah. All right, next unaffiliated list.
Yeah, that sounds bonkers.
That's what I'm doing. We're going to call it Ballin' with Bullseye.
Just see how many dice you can roll. Oh, it's only one. Craven's Expert Tracker. Choose an enemy character. All allied characters reroll 1 additional die when attacking the target character.
But you get kick 'em while you're down with that too?
honestly, I know you had said it jokingly,
Kind of not really, though.
but I now just kind of like thinking about it, kind of crunching the numbers. I love this on Bullseye.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you take out all the other jankiness that you just put in there, like specifically being on hammer, with Lockjaw, just making his builder now a 6.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like, and like, who's gonna attack him? You know what I mean? Like, you literally sit him on a back point and you just have him target the one dude that you need to get rid of, but you keep him in the back. I also kind of like it on Hawkeye.
Yeah. Well,
Being
yeah,
able to
5.
guarantee those conditions on, I mean, like, let's say you're going up against X-Force so you need to get rid of Cable, or you're going up against Inhumans and you want to get rid of Medusa. Like,
Right.
I mean, I would put this on Medusa. I would not put this on Black Bolt. I would absolutely put this on Medusa. You know, get rid of the character that you need to get rid of. You put this on Enchantress, in my opinion.
I could see it both ways with Enchantress or Medusa, confirming that wild on her builder. So you're making sure you're always pushing twice, which is going to move your threat constantly away from you. Putting on Enchantress to get those 2 extra dice to be able to fish for those wilds so you get that stagger.
Yeah.
Or on Luke Cage, who has invulnerability, is kind of a beefy boy already, being able to fish for that stagger off of wilds.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, I meant it the other way. Sorry.
Yeah, it's targeting. Yeah.
Right, right. As them being the target. Right. I mean, those super high taken characters. Honestly, I mean, I know it sounds. I don't know. I'd say it sounds dumb putting it on a Koye, but if you know she's gonna bodyguard.
She gets a ton of rerolls.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, she's one that needs to go down. Like the last game you and I played, Tim, where it was like, I have to take down Rocket, but I had to take down Groot first because he was just going to bodyguard the whole time.
Yep.
Like, you need to take a Koye out so you can take other people out. Mm-hmm. So that makes a lot of sense. I like that one.
What pack does a Blind Obsession come with?
Did that come with Green
I
Goblin?
It comes in
assume
Green Goblin.
I assume it comes in Green Goblin.
Because the token, I thought the token was the affiliation token originally.
Yeah.
Because it was it's Green Goblin's face.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in the Goblin pack. But you guys should be taking Goblin now anyway with that new card coming in.
Yeah, for real. Next one is another one of my favorites. Heave Ho. So
It's a cheap throw.
Yeah.
I mean, you need 2 people to do it. It's only a size 2 or less, but size 2 terrain can be pretty brutal. It's 3 potential damage, and you get to throw a medium, which is also super brutal.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yep.
So
it's an unaffiliated active where 2 allied characters that are within range 2 of the same interactive terrain feature, size 2 or less, may spend 1 each to play this card. Choose one of the characters to throw the terrain feature. Medium.
I like
Love it. It throws.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess
throws.
what else do you want? It's only 2.
Yeah.
Cheaper than throws outside of Vision.
Correct. It's actually Vision's throw, right? Because his is also medium. Granted, it's not enemy characters, but
Well, Vision on Avengers, right?
no,
But
his
his
throw is
throw's
normally
2.
2.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
stupid.
that's
I
why
should-
it's so stupid good.
Hey, I should bring him more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's one that could use a little tweaking, I think. Just make his throw 3.
Why don't you just keep your mouth shut, Dan, and let us have some good characters for once?
Vision's really easy to take out.
Yeah, I don't
He
understand
can
why you're
be,
being
yeah.
such a bitch boy. About
Like,
it, Dan.
regardless of what phase he's in, you throw stuff at him and he's dead.
Right.
He only ever has 2 dodge roll dice.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a situation where they fix him and they make it so he gets to use
Yeah.
like synthesized whatever it is, as in regards to collisions. That would be crazy.
But then they
Heave-ho.
up his throw to 3 power and he's balanced.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Heave ho.
I would much rather have that. I'd rather have a 3 throw and being able to use synthesized on a collision,
Yes. Agreed.
defense versus just having a 2 throw but getting murked by a trash can.
Yeah.
I would take that trade. Absolutely. He'd
I would-
still be very good.
So I think Heave Ho actually works better as a counter pick against Vision because you get more throws.
Yep.
Especially if you have Black Widow and a Koye running around doing nothing.
Didn't you cap somebody with like Toad and Wong with a heave ho or
I
something?
did exactly
Yeah.
that. Yep.
That's so good.
Always a threat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it's taken 2% of the time.
Right.
So stellar, but not good or stellar, I guess.
Not according to the competitive scene, at least.
Correct.
I mean, it's definitely got its place, especially if you're kind of short on throws.
Yes.
It's really good.
Yep.
It's there.
So our last one for the evening, number 9, mighty number 9, is kick 'em while they're down.
I didn't even know this was a card. I was just going through my deck and I was like, yo, what is this? This actually sounds really good.
It's actually been making a appearance on the stream pretty regularly recently. I don't think it's ever actually gotten used
I was
on
gonna
the
say
stream.
I don't watch the stream, so I wouldn't know.
Oh well,
Yeah.
fair. Yeah,
I'm not on it, so I don't watch it. That's the rule.
Listen, that's why I'm on every week. Otherwise, I wouldn't watch it. So kick them while they're down. Unaffiliated active. Any character may spend 2 to play this card. Choose an enemy character. When targeting the chosen character with an attack this round, allied characters may reroll 1 attack die for each special condition the chosen character has.
This is definitely when we see people take often on the stream and then just not get to use because it's like, all right, well, you have 1 condition on you.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's lucky.
and
That
that's-
means you're playing cable and you roll a wild. Like
But-
sometimes those things don't actually happen.
right. The reason why I pulled this.
Mm-hmm.
What is the percentage, by the way, real quick?
1%.
Okay. This becomes Convocation's new favorite card.
Yes.
This makes
And oddly enough, Convocation was available for Season 6. So they were able to take them. I feel like it is a sleeper card, though, for Convocation very
right.
specifically. Yep.
And I think it's specifically because Convocation was available,
Mm-hmm.
but people have not had the opportunity to get underneath the hood and really play with that affiliation. They're just kind of taking the like, okay, this is clearly good right off the bat,
Yeah.
kind of thing. This is like, if you have a conditions, Crystal loves this card.
Yeah.
Being
Scarlet
able-
Witch loves it.
Yeah, putting out those conditions because it doesn't matter what the condition is.
Correct.
You just want a lot of them. Thor hates this card. You know what I mean?
So I feel this card actually really comes in to a great spot when you have a bunch of those conditions that people aren't super willing to shake. This is not after you've applied Stagger or Incinerate. This is Bleed, Stun, maybe Shock,
Poison.
probably Poison.
Yeah.
That people are in fact.
I never
willing to
shake poison
Yeah.
because I never shake poison because I can never justify it, even though it is a humongous pain in my dick the entire time.
Yep.
I can. It drives me nuts every time, but I'm just like, why? No, I need my actions. I need to save them.
I feel like it's a pain, but it's just not quite enough to justify spending that action on it. Like,
Correct.
like bleed, sometimes you have to not just get dazed or KO'd. That's like the only time it ever does anything.
Sweet Biscuits brings up a great point, saying that this would be a great card against the new Hulkbuster because he has so much health, he can rack up conditions.
yeah.
He's not really immune to a whole bunch. So by putting a bunch of those piddly status effects and special conditions on people,
Then you
Might
iron
actually-
fist somebody and re-roll a bunch of dice.
yeah,
Oof.
yeah,
And I think, and of course we here because we're just so competitive. Mitch, the Hulk Man Iron Buster.
Ironbuster Hulkman is the one that Sweet Biscuits said, which I also really like.
All right. I forgot where I was going with all this. Sorry. Never mind. It was a lie.
You just got iron busted,
I did.
Hulkman.
I don't remember where I was going with any of this. Oh, I do know now. Because we're so extremely meta, we immediately
All
think
of the cards we talked about that we take all the time are all at 1% of
we immediately try to just figure out how to mid-max it, right? Like, okay, we need to get a bunch of conditions
Yeah.
on a character so we can maximize this card as much as possible. When in actuality, 2 rerolls is brutal.
That's typically what you would need on a
Right.
standard
And
5-die roll.
And it's everyone for that round, too.
Right.
So, I mean, especially if you have an opponent that activates early and they're not going to be activating again, most likely unable to get that off. If you really need to take someone down, I think Sweet Biscuits is really kind of at the pinnacle there where this is made to kill She-Hulk, New Hulk, Hulkbuster Iron Farts. Like, all of them.
Yeah, because we see
And,
every
like-
time she looks on the table, she gets slammed with conditions.
It's two power. Everybody on your team benefits from
With no range.
with no range.
Yeah.
Like this is like very much. This is like when you jump on every. This is the jump on them. This is the pile, the dog pile move.
Yep.
Right. And also, if you're playing a team that already has a bunch of rerolls, remember this is a different reroll.
Correct.
So you're getting, even if it's just one condition,
Yeah.
now you got 2 rerolls. This is, and especially when you can. Mitch. Sorry, I should have looked at the chat after you told me not to. When you're combining this with like Web Warriors, when you have that Daredevil, in there, this is such a good card. I wish I knew what pack it came in.
Yeah. I actually-
It's so good.
Really new one.
I like this a lot with Luke Cage and Enchantress, both adding more conditions as they're re-rolling into more wilds and just kind of piggybacking off of each other. I like that.
Yeah.
I like it as a chance on Deadpool and X-Force to really
Ooh.
solidify bang, 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 bang.
Or Quicksilver.
You got to make sure he does damage to steal that objective with the other card.
No, not that dumb thing, but like his builder. Being able to get more
to get-
movements and more attacks because
Was it
it's
velocity
near
or-
infinite if you're actually rolling,
Yeah. No,
Things you have to roll.
I think that one's solid. Because I really like the idea is you don't need to maximize it. 1 or 2 rerolls
Yeah.
is usually enough.
Yep.
Unless you just totally flub a roll.
Sweet Biscuits thinks it's in the Daredevil box. Maybe.
I thought it was newer than that, but I certainly can.
Yeah,
It's very possible.
Yeah, that's. Let's see. So on the card, it does not have the box thing that it's in. So never mind.
Well, it is fairly new because there is a new symbol down the corner. It has the 3 buildings instead of the spider symbol, so it's definitely within the year 2 boxes.
Okay.
Oh, is that what that is? It's 3 buildings?
Yeah.
Because there are a couple different symbols now, and I'm not sure exactly, because there's the Spider-Man one was like the first year or so, and then the X-Men had the X in the corner for, I guess, year 2 type stuff. So I'm not sure what, because that's on Eyes on the Prize too, and that came with Captain America and War Machine.
Right. Yeah.
It's in CP49,
Okay.
which, as we all know, is the box that Iron Fist and Luke Cage came in.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense that Kingpin's on it then.
Yeah. Yep.
So relatively, not super new, but last
Yeah. Year 2.
4 months.
Well, yeah. I mean, depending on when
Yeah.
things were supposed to come out and when they actually came out, it could be super recent. Or
Right.
really
So-
late. Or really old. This came out 2 years ago in Europe and Canada.
So there you go, folks. We just made your games better. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, Mitch is screaming in the chat, Luke Cage Iron Fist! Thanks, Mitch. We weren't looking at the chat, because he told us not to.
That's all.
You told Chuck not to. You're
That's
allowed
fair.
to.
Well, I couldn't, because you weren't on that screen.
Oh, fair. That's accurate.
I'm really excited for Monday.
I just figured out what the MC stands for in MC1. It's his initials.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I'm
Remind
not
me,
here
because
anymore.
because I can't flag this. Remind me when we stop to do what I think it's called.
Okay.
But yeah.
No.
I'm afraid. I don't know. Try out these cards. Let us know in the comments. Remember to like and share. We should probably say that at the top
Oh
of the
yeah,
show.
for real.
Sub if you haven't yet. That would be cool. We'd like to quit our jobs.
Oh, super true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be
Uh-huh.
okay with that.
No, you don't get to quit, Dan.
Oh.
Wish list really quick before we head out here. I've got a few.
I just want the stuff in America.
Yeah, fair.
I want Blade and Moon
yeah.
Knight. We're supposed to
Listen,
get
let's
2
be
months ago.
realistic.
That's what I want right now. I pre-ordered. I have like 6 boxes pre-ordered that I'm just like waiting for.
Correct. I'm actually kind of okay with it because my wallet is spending, some much needed time recovering.
Right
Oh,
after
mine's-
all
mine's
those.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want a cookie, Mitch. I would Dark Star.
She's cool. Phantom X killed her too.
Good.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe a Phantom X. That would be cool.
Yo, yeah.
Which I just realized that it's like Phantom X, not Phantom X.
Yeah.
and it's spelled
Yeah,
with
when
an
I
F,
googled
which is
it, it
better.
did not come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like. Yep. Never mind.
Yep.
Mitch called for Iceman. Yay!
No, Iceman's dumb.
Iceman petition. I actually wouldn't mind to see like Jubilee or something, so X-Men gets a 2 threat. I can't think of who else would be a 2 threat. Leech.
Angel.
Oh, I
Caliban?
love Leech.
Well, Caliban just makes other people hit better. That's all his power is, because he can sniff you out.
Oh, Long Shot, Shatterstar,
Mojo! Oh my god, I want Mojo.
Oh, I would love
Yelling.
a Mojo Ultimate Encounter.
I would love Mojo. I mean,
Bitch, get out of here! Get out with that Squirrel Girl stuff. Squirrel Girl won't be in this game. I won't allow it. I hope we get 2 different speedballs before we get Squirrel Girl.
Ursa Major.
Yes.
he's super cool.
I don't care about the rest of the. Is it
The
Alpha
world's
Flight?
biggest, drunkest bear.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't care about the rest of them. Although, I kind of want. Is it the Excaliburs that has like Deathlock or whatever? He looks dope. He'd be just fun. to
Deathlock.
Deathlock.
is
Yeah.
yeah,
A
he's
That-
favorite
that-
of JB as well.
just kind of flesh out that whole. I guess they were actually part of X Force, so fleshing out X Force a little bit would be kind
Yeah.
of cool.
Yeah.
They need it.
Maverick.
Who's that?
Maverick.
Maverick. Yes.
I forget. He's got healing factor and guns. I can't think of what else he does.
He could see 3 seconds into the future or something like that.
Oh, rerolls all over the place.
Yeah.
Forge. Sweet Biscuits in the chest says Forge.
Ooh.
Would be a cool
That'd be really
threat.
cool.
Another alpha level mutant? Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Is that, did I get that right?
Omega.
He's not Omega though.
I don't think so.
I think he's alpha.
Oh, I get what you're saying because that's
Yeah.
like right below Omega.
Correct.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah. I want to see. I think I've been saying it for a while. I want to see Sif in the Warriors 3.
No one wants the Warriors 3 outside of people that were literally born from your mom.
Actually saw somebody comment when AMG's just been posting random pictures this last couple
Dan's
weeks.
brother really
every
wants
day.
the Warrior 3.
I got
that's
that.
funny.
Yeah, it took me a minute, but I really
He's a big
appreciated that.
Thor fan, and he really wants Volstagg the Vast. So,
No, yeah, I'm down for a fat guy.
yeah. How about a Volstagg and Blob box just randomly? Why not?
Oh, yeah.
They just added him to Marvel Puzzle Quest too. Blob.
Did they?
With the sweet handlebar mustache. Yeah, he's awesome. But no, like
I want Decimation Blob.
I don't remember.
Oh, after
After he loses his powers and he just does all the extra skin.
Yeah.
No, but they've been posting those random pictures of stuff because they're not putting out new teasers.
Yeah.
For the last 3 weeks, and they had a picture of his Guardians. I think it was on Instagram, and a couple people were commenting like, "Can we get more people in this affiliation, like the Warriors 3 and Sif?
Yeah.
Like instead of
Yeah, your brother has access to it. That makes sense.
he doesn't actually follow any of those things though."
Like the fact that the MCU completely forgot Sif was real until Loki, of all things.
Mitch says, "Let's get the Warriors 3, but have them all on one base. It's this one mini."
Oh, it's like the Lost Vikings. Like,
I just want it to be the first 3 miniature box, the 3 of them.
on one base. I really like that.
That's really funny. You're a treasure, Mitch.
I don't remember if I
Onslaught.
brought it up, but Cloak and Dagger.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be a great
Yeah,
box.
some of the Runaways. Everyone but Gert would be super cool.
Wait, do we think we talked about this? Would you be okay with Old Lace but no Gert?
Yeah, I'd be
Okay.
yeah, Old Lace is fine. Gert though, get out of here. Outside of the Runaway show, they actually made her significantly more tolerable.
Yeah,
I actually
I
really
never
liked her in
watched
the
it.
Runaway show.
I just want Molly.
Yeah, well, you like big, strong people.
She's a little
The
kid.
chicks.
Yeah, at the start,
It's so
She gets-
funny.
she becomes like
Well,
Vince
from
McMahon
the future.
with a pink beanie on later.
Yeah, when
on.
she comes back in the future and
Yeah.
she's not a girl.
No chance.
no chance at all.
I do like Chase
Yeah.
Oh, he's on the case.
with his fire gauntlet.
Do you think they'll add Paw Patrol people?
Felix would be into this game.
Yeah.
My son, he loves Paw Patrol right
real
now.
quick, I read a thing on the internet, so naturally it's true. That season 2 of What If they're gonna bring Skywalker in as a crossover thing.
I mean, they showed Vader's castle in episode 7 or 8 or whatever it was.
Oh, did they?
So one of the places that when the
Spoilers, bro.
Yeah, huge spoilers. Leave now if you have not caught up on last week's episode of What If. You've seen the Ultron one.
I saw the Ultron one.
Yeah. When final last call. When Ultron and the Watcher are fighting, when they're punching each other through all the realities,
Yeah.
one of them is that lava planet that Vader's castle was on,
Mustafar.
Mustafar.
That's
Oh,
dope.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I totally missed that. That's really cool.
Oh, okay.
His castle's even in the background too. It's like right there.
That's a fun little
Yeah.
Easter egg.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't notice. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't notice either. Straw Hat Goofy told me. I didn't know that there was a planet called Mustafar
Yo.
or that Vader had a castle.
Shout out to Straw Hat Goofy on TikTok.
For
I
real.
love Straw Hat Goofy.
It's just all I
Yeah.
pretty much all I watch on TikTok for my Marvel information. That dude,
I don't know what else you would need.
there's some other good ones out there.
Yeah.
but no, he's the bare minimum of what you should be following on TikTok. to get
when
Marvel
his
news.
phone broke and he had to use like an old phone, so I had a crappy camera, so he watched all the worst movies people would recommend. I thought that was a really fun gimmick for like a week.
That makes sense.
Like
I like
Velocipaster.
Yeah.
Velocipaster gets brought up a lot on a lot of like, let's watch bad movies. It's pretty solid. He's a Veloci and a pastor.
Yeah, but like what doesn't look anything like the cover, like the poster.
That's
of
accurate.
It.
Yeah.
Like the actual Velociraptor thing in the movie looks so
Like,
horrendous.
It's Velocipaster is bad,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not good. Things like Kung Fury is bad, but it's really really good.
Yes.
So go watch
in
Kung
Viking times.
I love Kung Fury. That being said, that's it. That's all we got.
Yep.
Next week, this coming Monday, it's Dan versus Taylor.
Dan
Yeah,
versus Taylor.
we are,
so excited to
we are
play
deploying
Taylor.
a tactical Taylor.
Bringing out the B team.
All right.
I don't
Yeah.
know, Charlie doesn't like the
2021,
name.
man.
Yeah, come on, man.
This is the B
Like-
team. All their names start with B.
Yeah. Anyway.
Bees.
That
But
being
Wasp
said-
isn't even on the team.
Because her name doesn't start with a B.
She's
Were you
a bee,
listening?
Dan.
You weren't listening. Name starts with B. But no Blade because we're in America.
Oh,
I
fair.
don't have him yet.
Bye.